Hello, welcome back to Place, Manner, Voice. I'm Catherine, your friendly neighborhood phonologist, and in every episode, I transcribe a word into the International Phonetic Alphabet from North American English. I speak a dialect of North American English, or General American English, a subdialect called Atlantic Canadian English. You might hear some features of my dialect in my transcriptions, or in my speech, really, and you might see them in my transcriptions sometimes, although I don't always go into that fine level of detail. But today I used a random word generator to give us our word, and it's a bit of a long one today. Let's look at the word headquarters. 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 This is a pretty long one, and there's a couple of neat things going on in this one. Let's dive right into it. We want to open our brackets to show we're now writing in the IPA. Head. Now, this is a very interesting sound. We use the same symbol in the IPA as you would expect from English orthography. This is the lowest sound in our vocal tract. It's all the way at the back of our throat, way down where we make the vibrations in our throat. This sound, it's a little tough for some people to make if it's not in your first language. There's analogs of this H sound higher up in the vocal tract in other languages, but in English we use it way down by our glottis, which is the opening that goes to our lungs. It's a glottal sound. What's after the head? He, he. Here we use this sound. This we call the dress vowel because it's in the word dress right there. Dress. It's quite short. Headquarters. Head. So even if we weren't doing the second part of that word, I would be done now. If that was the word head, head. 3 sounds, but we're not done, are we? Headquarters. Core. Now, isn't this interesting? We have a QU, but we're not saying qua. It's not like queen. Or if you go back in the archive, I've got the word quality, where we have a qua sound at the beginning. We don't have that in quarter. It's not quarter, it's quarter. At least in my dialect, that's how we pronounce it. So we've got headquarter. I'm not going to put a W after it. I'm not hearing that qua sound. Headquarter, quarter, or. So here, or, I'm going to use this combination. Now, this is the very Canadian English way to say or, where we have the o, together. We don't see this symbol very much. We in Canadian English, we really only use that vowel sound, this one here, o, before an r, like in the word or in the diphthong oi, like in boy. Those are the only real times we see that in Canadian English. It's very rare to hear that o sound, not before an R or not before this I, oi combination. Okay, let's go back here. Headquarters, quarters. We have a tap. Headquarters. I'm not saying headquarters with a true T. I'm using this tap, which actually, wait, I used in quality as well. Quality, quarter. Do you hear how that's almost like a really quick D sound? It's not truly a D, but because it's in a certain environment in this word, it's not in a stressed syllable, and it's between 2 vowel sounds, and we consider this or combination a vowel sound. It's a rhotic vowel. It's an R colored vowel. We're going to use this tap. Headquarters. Headquarters. Next, I'm going to put a schwa with a little ponytail, the schwar sound, er. It's very short. It's not stressed. I'm going to use the schwa. And now technically, headquarters, technically, this should be a z at the end because there's some voicing in the sound before it. That sound is often devoiced in real life. So if I was doing a narrow transcription, this would probably be more like an s at the end. Or more specifically, I would use this z, but with a devoiced diacritic. Headquarters. And you might hear that sounds a little bit more like an S in real life. Look at this beautiful word. Headquarters. 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 Okay, where is the stress in headquarters? Headquarters. I didn't leave a lot of room. I'm going to put it right at the beginning here. I hear the head part way louder than the quarters. Headquarters. Headquarters. There is something called secondary stress, which in this case I would put right here, but I usually don't get into secondary stress. We do have a word with 3 syllables though, so we can start talking about primary stress and secondary stress, and then there's weak stress down here. Headquarters. If you're learning English, don't stress about the secondary stress. Really, I'd like you to think about where the primary stress is and make sure that this is a little bit louder, headquarters, than the other parts of the word. Put a little more push in that eh sound. Headquarters. Okay, I've said that word enough. Let's close for the day. If you haven't already subscribed and you're enjoying these transcriptions, please do subscribe. It is a real ego stroke for me. And if you have a request for a word, write it in a comment below. I do transcribe on request. Thanks for joining me.